I'm Pato, and I bought some books. Gonna show them off real quick. Up first is Conversations with Kiarostami. In my last video, I've been talking about how I'm trying to get more into his movies. I'm only just now doing that, but I would love to hear about his process, and so this interview collection seemed super up my alley. I'm just flipping through it. There's a bunch of pictures inserted, and it's over the course of many years. Very excited to hear about his inspiration, the technique behind it, or just his intention behind the messaging of the movie. And then I got two, one called Time Tells, and the other is by the same author. Her name is Masha Tupitsin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but Time Tells is more about chronology of time and also of acting and performance in general in film across a bunch of different examples from like Agnes Varda or Godard, or like this part that I stopped on is talking about the use of jump cuts in narrative like television. It just seems interesting and more relevant in terms of like film criticism culturally today. And then the other book is also by her called Picture Cycle. This one seems more like straight film criticism essay collection. It's supposed to be curated over 10 years, and I'm interested in both. My friend Cami is very much my movie counterpart, and they vouched for these books and her as an author, and so I'm interested to read them, especially because they are more contemporary. Can't vouch for them yet because I haven't read them and know very little, but on paper, like pun intended, I guess, they seem cool, like picture wise. Yeah, I'll get back to y'all on this one. And the next book mail is NYRB, or a New York Review of Books. They do cool editions of international stuff or just translating older works in general. I added a ton of them to my cart and then ended up talking myself off the ledge by just checking whatever I could out from the library, and this is what I couldn't find. So yeah, these are the stragglers. I got some more Alfred Hayes books. Last year, In Love was one of my favorite books, period, and so reading some more. This one I think is connected to the same characters. This one is not, but excited for both. And then I got this huge book, which is about this Russian revolutionary who attempted murder to incite a revolution and then got sentenced to 20 plus years in prison, and wrote this documenting both of those processes. One of my friends has been borrowing a bunch of my like leftist stuffs, so I figured this could double as a birthday present. And then this next one is purely for me. It's a collection of interviews again, but this time about Robert Bresson, a prolific French filmmaker from like the 50s-ish. And this has a lot less white space. Okay, sweet. So I had read this other book by him called Notes on the Cinematograph, and it is White Space City. Super like sparse and disconnected. It's not a bad book, but I want something I can sit with for longer stretches of time. So this seems way better. I also, in terms of like books about movies that I already have, had James Baldwin's The Devil Finds Work, which is this essay collection he did about movies. Have not touched that, but definitely want to. And now that I'm looking at like these movie books, reminding myself, need to get on that. But yeah, that's the haul. Some interview collections from directors I'm getting into, some more favorites from an author I already like, some film criticism that I know very little about, and then just some like leftist nonfiction thing. And that's the haul. Pretty cool stack of books. I'm stoked about a lot of them, and I'll be back once I've read some of them. Bye.